NASA's Mars Perseverance rover has been exploring and gathering information on Mars since February of 2021, when it joined NASA's Curiosity rover. The rover has been exploring the red planet for nearly a decade since 2012. Today on Super Freaky Science, we'll take a look at Perseverance and what it has been up to since landing on Mars. What is Mars Perseverance doing now? Since landing on Mars, Perseverance has quickly ramped up its experiments and operations as it gets ready to collect samples from the planet and return them to Earth on a future mission. Since last month, Perseverance has been set to assist Ingenuity's helicopter operations. Now, the mission is transitioning from the flight phase to the sample collection phase, with the latter being referred to as the operations demonstration phase and the former being the technology demonstrations phase. This new phase will take a turn towards the robotic arm science-based aspect of the mission, in which the team will work towards the sample acquisition. Towards the middle of May, the team completed their first close-up robotic arm science target observation by the Sherlock instrument. The Sherlock instrument is an abbreviation for the Scanning Habitable Environment with Raman and Luminescence for Organic and Chemicals. As a nickname, Sherlock. The instrument, which is owned by NASA, is mounted on the turret at the end of the rover's robotic arm, and with the use of camera, Watson, and autofocus and context imager, spectrometers and lasers, it successfully scans and searches for organic material as well as minerals that have been altered by any water elements and maybe signs of any microbial life. To achieve this fine-scale detection of minerals, organic molecules, and potential biosignatures, Sherlock is assisted by another instrument called Watson. Watson is a color camera for taking close-up images of rock grains and surface textures. The Watson camera, the wide-angle topographic sensor for operations and engineering, is strategically placed at different positions on the instrument to get as close as possible to the surface, and only stopping at a mere 3.7 millimeters from the surface. Seeing as this collection phase in which the samples are collected are sent back to Earth is one of a kind and the first of its kind, the operation is now focused on making sure everything is right and put in its place. First, they need to ensure that they can safely position and load the robotic arm onto the surface of the red planet. To do this, they started by loading the core drill and pushing against the rover itself. A day after launching this small mission, they successfully demonstrated that they were able to accurately and precisely place the core on the surface of the planet. Since landing on Mars, Perseverance has been on the move, exploring, examining, and recording as much data as possible. So far, the rover has reportedly travelled well over 340 meters. This impressive feat is now encouraging the team as they continue to explore and use more of their autonomous navigation capabilities, while taking in many more hundreds and hundreds of meters ahead of the rover. What has Mars Perseverance already done? Recently, Perseverance made some interesting discoveries on the red planet. The car-sized rover has used its high-resolution Mastcam-Z imaging system to extensively capture its surroundings on photographs of Jezero crater, where both Perseverance, the rover, and Ingenuity, the chopper, touched down on February 18th. Jezero crater is the boulder-studded floor of Mars, 28 mile wide, 45 kilometers. While capturing photographs, Perseverance has also been studying the rocks near its position using both Watson and its rock-zapping SuperCam laser. These rocks are a new discovery that has piqued the interest of the team as they wonder what kind of rocks they are, what they do, and what they could possibly mean. According to already conducted research, Jezero crater has been through quite a lot of evolution. The crater registry once housed a lake and a river delta several billions of years ago. The mission team is now interested in knowing whether the stones are volcanic or whether they are more sedimentary in origin. Should they turn out to be volcanic rocks, they can serve as geological clocks, thus helping the research team understand the history and evolution of the rocks and the crater itself. On the other hand, if the rocks turned out to be sedimentary in origin, it would mean that they have greater potential to preserve signatures of the whole planet's life, if it ever existed at Jezero Crater, as they formed by the deposition of dirt and sand over time, possibly billions of years as well. As you can already tell, Perseverance's main goals include searching for any kind of signs or signatures of life on the planet before now. This is a main goal alongside its mission to collect and cache several dozen samples that could have anything even potentially significant astrobiological. Concerning the plans to return the gathered samples back to the research and study team on our planet, Earth, NASA and the European Space Agency are going to collaborate. To safely bring the samples back to Earth, there will be a joint NASA-European Space Agency campaign. This return journey is scheduled to happen as early as 2031. To fully examine these rocks that Perseverance found at Jezero Crater, the process may require breaching past their surface and collecting any information on their composition. This is done by using both Sherlock and Pixel, planetary instrument for X-ray lithochemistry. These two instruments are situated on the rover's robotic arm. According to Perseverance project scientist Ken Farley at the California Institute of Technology, the best way to understand a rock in all aspects, its origin, composition and evolution, scientists must look inside the rock itself. Now that Perseverance is done with simply looking, and its days of being just a helicopter observer, NASA and the world should be prepared to learn more about the once mysterious, but not so mysterious anymore, red planet. What else is going on in space? On the topic of the wonders being discovered and carried out in the great beyond, here is an interesting fact that you might like to know. Having the best wine undoubtedly takes a lot of time, dedication and work to grow, age and package. What do you think space-age wine would taste and be like? Well, you don't have to imagine because that's already been covered. Over 2 decades ago, grapes were picked from the Bordeaux region of France. They went on to undergo the usual process of picking, crushing and fermentation into Merlot, but the last and most significant stage of aging was changed rather significantly. In November 2019, those lucky grapes were launched into space and landed aboard the International Space Station. These 12 bottles of Petrus 2000 Merlot then spent 438 days on the space station, where the team of wine-disciplined astronauts did their best to not crack open a bottle and take a sip, or many curious sips. The wine is set to return this January after travelling around the world a countless number of times under the influence and effects of zero gravity, cosmic radiation and other forces present in space. The bottle is projected to make about $1 million and will come packaged in a custom trunk that includes a bottle of the terrestrial Petrus 2000 and a corkscrew crafted from a meteorite. Whether you're a millionaire looking to own some of the world's most exclusive wine, or just a space enthusiast, there is much to know, learn and understand about the weekend out there. There you have it guys. If you loved the video, kindly give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel where we give you the latest tech and science updates. See you in the next video.